Welcome to another class on the laws of Chanuka. Today's topic, Chaim Igal is going to discuss in the Sefer Chazon Ovadia, Kriyat Torah beChanuka, reciting the Torah in the days of Chanuka. B'chol shemonat yimei haChanuka, korim b'Torah beParshat HaNisiim. All the 8 days of Chanuka we recite in the Torah in the Parsha of the Nisiim, meaning in Parshat Nasa. Ukeshechal Yom HaRishon shel Chanuka b'chol, when the first day of Chanuka falls out on a weekday, Madchil HaKohen miParshat Birkat Kohanim ad vayikrevu otam lefnei HaMishkan. The Kohen is going to begin from the Parsha of the blessing of the Kohanim until the word vayikrevu otam lefnei HaMishkan. Now, before I explain this halakha, Rabotai, you have to imagine what they went through before when they did not have Sidurim, when things were not printed. Baruch Hashem, today we have everything printed in the back of the book, all the Parshiot, what you already have to know. We have Chumashim, Baruch Hashem. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to learn the halachot in the laws of reading the Sefer Torah in the days of Chanukah. So comes Chaim Igal and he's going to tell us, he says, when you are in Parshat Bamidbar, in Sefer Bamidbar, in Parshat Nasa, you will be in chapter 6, that's Perek Vav. It will start in verse 22, Chav Bet. So when the Kohen goes up, he's going to begin from over here. Vaydeber Hashem el Moshe limor, Daber el Aharon, etc. We're going to tell the Kohen to continue. Again, all this is printed, but we're learning with you inside. He's going to continue until he gets to verse 3. He's going to get over here. Vayaviu et korbanam lifnei Hashem, shesh egolot tav, u'shnei asar bakar, agala al shnei hanisiim, v'shor le'echad, vayikrivu otam lifnei mishkan. Chaim Igal says, once he gets to lifnei mishkan, this is where the Kohen is going to come and he's going to stop reciting. So it comes out of it that when the Kohen goes up to an aliyah, he's going to say, Baruch et Hashem HaMevarach. The congregation is going to answer, Baruch Hashem HaMevarach Le'olam Va'ed. He's going to say, Baruch Hashem HaMevarach Le'olam Va'ed. Then he's going to say the blessing of Asher B'char Banu Mikol Ha'amim, etc. After, once he reaches right over here, Vayikru Otam Lifnei HaMishkan, now he has to go and he has to say, Asher Natan Lanu Bracha. Once he's finished with that, we're going to see, Chaim Igal is going to say, now, the Levi continues from here. From Perek Zayin, which is chapter 7, verse 4, which is Pasuk Daled. Okay? So that's what we're going to see right now. Continues Chaim Igal and he says, Va'alevi koreh misham ad vayia makriv beyom harishon. The Levi is going to start reading from over here. Vayomim Hashem el Moshe limor, kach mi'itam. He's going to continue, Rabotai. Until Pasuk Yur Aleph. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe nasi echad layom yakrivu et korbanam lechanukat hamizbech. Over here, Rabotai, this is where the Levi is going to stop. Then the Israel is going to begin in Perek Zayin, Pasuk Yud Bet. Vayia makriv b'yom harishon et korbono Nachshon ben Aminadav lemata Yehuda. He's going to begin, Rabotai, from verse Yud Bet. And he's going to continue to verse Yud Zayin. Ulezevach hashlamim bakar shnaim elim chamisha atudim chamisha kevasim b'nei shana chamisha ze korban Nachshon ben Aminadav. Right? Because if you pay close attention, we began over here. We began with Nachshon ben Aminadav. Right? He was the one that was bringing the korban from the tribe of Yehuda. So we conclude with him, Rabotai. Right? Korban Nachshon ben Aminadav. So right now, what did we see? Right now we saw that a Kohen, up to where does he read? A Levi, up to where does he read? And Israel, up to where does he read? When Chanukah falls out on day 1, which is a weekday. Now Chaim Igal is going to say something very important. V'yesh nohogim, some have the custom, שהכהן קורא עד סיום ברכת כהנים בלבד. The Kohen only reads until the end of the Birkat Kohanim alone. Watch this. Some have the custom not to do like Chacham Ovadia. Chacham Ovadia said you have to go to Perik Zayin, Pasuk Gimel, right? We said you have to go to Perik Zayin, Pasuk Gimel, you have to finish right away Lifnei Mishkan, right? But some people have a different custom. And the custom is like this. They say like this. וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, דבר אל אהרון ואל בניו לאמור, כה תברכו את בני ישראל להם, יברכך השם וישמרך, יאיר השם פניו אליך ויקונך, יישא השם פניו אליך וישם לך שלום, ושמו את שמי על בני ישראל, ואני אברכם. They stop right away, רבותיי. They stop right over here. So you see, they stop right before Perik Zayin. Chacham Ovadia says, no, you have to continue into Perik Zayin, and you have to even include Pasuk Gimel. Levi will begin from Pasuk Daled in Perik Zayin. Comes Chacham Ovadia and he says like this. Those people that have the custom to do it until the end of the Birkat Kohanim, which is over here, Rabotai, right before Perik Zayin, right over here. Even though they have what to rely on, nevertheless, he says, Nachon, it is correct, lehodiam, to inform them, sheyoter tov, is much better, lamshich ad lifnei hamishkan. They should continue until the words ad lifnei hamishkan, up to over here. Ve'im yaskimu levatam minhagam, if they're going to agree to nullify their custom of reciting it up to here, Tavo alehem baracha, may Hashem send blessings upon them. Continues Chacham Ovadia, ve'en tzarich lomar, and needless to say, she'im ta'ah shlich tzibur, if the shlich tzibur made a mistake, v'siyem lakohen va'ani averechem, and he concluded for the kohen by the bracha over here, va'ani averechem, ve'kafat ha-kohen u'berech beracha achrona, and the kohen jumped and he blessed the last blessing, which is Asher Natan Lanu. Sheyata, we're going to tell you, he fulfills his obligation. Ve'en machzirin oto, and we do not make him go back. It's fine. If you recited it in this way, like we explained before, he has what to rely on. The Kohen fulfills his obligation, and we don't have to make him go back. But preferably, initially, lechatchila, we want the Kohen to recite until lifnei hamishkan. Okay. So Rabotai, let's do this. Let's just do this one more time. Before we go to the next halacha, halacha bet, let's just see this one more time. So it's gonna go like this. Here. So the Kohen is gonna begin from Bamidbar, Perik Vav, Pasuk Chav Bet. He's gonna continue to Perik Zayin, Pasuk Gimel, including Pasuk Gimel, right up to here. The Levi is going to begin from the words Vayomer Hashem el Moshe lemor, Kach mitam vayu lavod et avodat, etc. He's going to continue, Rabotai, until Pasuk Yud Aleph in Perik Zayin, until over here. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe natzi echad leyom yakrivu et korban lachanukat hamizbeach. Then the Israel is going to continue from Pasuk Yud Bet until Pasuk Yud Zayin. Vayia makriv b'yom harishon et korbanon Nachshon ben Aminadav l'matei Yehuda. It's going to continue until Uzah shalmim bakar shnayim elim chamisha atudim chamisha kevasim b'nei shana chamisha. Ze korban Nachshon ben Aminadav. Fine. So this all, Rabotai, were the aliyot on the first day of Chanuka when it falls out during the weekday. And we mentioned very important point, that if those people, those Kohanim that have a custom to stop at the end of the blessing of Birkat Kohanim, we're going to ask them nicely and politely to continue to say it until the words Vaikirvu otam lifnei hamishkan, like I explained. Now, if they don't want to, it's something else, Rabotai. You don't have to make a problem with it. But if they're able to nullify their custom, may Hashem bless them with blessings. We did mention what happens if the Baal Koreh, the one that is reciting the Torah, finished at the end of the bracha of Kohanim, and the Kohen went and he said the bracha, we're going to say he fulfilled his obligation and you do not need to make him go back. Now, that was all on day number 1. What about day number 2? What do we recite for day number 2? So Chacham Wadi says, B'yom HaSheni, on the second day, Koreh HaKohen HaParsha Shel Yom HaSheni Ad Mila'at Ketoret. Ad Mila'at Ketoret. On the second day, the Kohen is going to read the Parsha of the second day until the words Mila'at Ketoret. Let's see. He's going to begin in Perek Zayin, Pasuk Yud Chet, B'yom HaSheni Hikriv Natanel ben Tzuar Nesi Sachar, etc. Yutet, until Chav, including the verse of Chav is included also. Kav Achat Asara Zahav Mila'at Ketoret. Rabota, I want you guys to pay close attention to this very important point. Look how many pasukim there are before we pick up the Levi to go up. Yud Chet, Yutet, Chaf. You guys see that? 18, 19, 20, which are 3 verses. It is a very important point to note that the minimum that a Chazan has to read when somebody goes up to the Torah must be at the very minimum 3 pasukim. That's why we're telling you on the second day, when the Kohen is going to go up, he's going to recite from Perek Zayin, Pasuk Yud Chet to Pasuk Yud Tet and Pasuk Chav. Good. I have already 3 pasukim. Now the Kohen is going to go out and he's going to say the after blessing. What about the Levi? The Levi is going to continue from Chav Aleph when it says Par Echad Ben Bakar Al Echad Keves Echad Ben Shanato La Olah, until where, Rabotai? He's going to continue until B'yom HaShlishi, until the 3rd day. Now watch this. We have Chav Aleph, Chav Bet, Chav Gimel, and watch this, Rabotai. Chav Dalet is already for the 3rd day of Chanuka. B'yom HaShlishi is already the 3rd day of Chanuka. So pay close attention what's going on over here. So we said before, 18, 19, 20 is going, meaning the verses are going for the Kohen. 21, 22, 23 is going for the Levi. So where's the Israel? So Chacham Wadi comes and he says, V'hashalishi, and the 3rd one, the Israel, Chozer v'koreh b'yom hasheni ad b'yom hashalishi. He's going to go back and he's going to recite from the 2nd day until the 3rd day. That means when the Israel goes up, he's going to recite from here. He's going to start immediately from Perek Zayin, Pasuk Yud Chet, B'yom HaSheni Hikriv Natana ben Tzuar Nesi Sachar, etc. Yuted 19, Chav 20, Chav Aleph 21, Chav Bet 22, Chav Gimel 23. Once he gets to Rabotai B'nei Shana Chamisha Ze Korban Natanel ben Tzuar, that's where we're going to tell him, that's where the Israel stops. For day 3, we're going to begin on the 3rd day of Chanukah, okay? So watch this. We're beginning over here. B'yom HaSheni, who brought the Korban on the 2nd day? It was Nathanael ben Tzuar. Correct? So the Kohen is going to read 18, 19, 20. The Levi is going to read 21, 22, 23. The Israel is going to read verse 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Okay, but again, pay close attention. Once we mention his name over here, Ben Tzuar, Nathanael ben Tzuar, that's the same person we're going to conclude on the bottom. Right? Ze Korban Nathanael ben Tzuar. Fine. All that was on the 2nd day of Chanukah. Excuse me. V'im ta'u v'kar'u shel yom shelishi b'yom sheni. What happens if they made a mistake and they recited this 3rd day b'yom shelishi natzi levnei Zevulun Eliav ben Cholon? Let's say they mixed up the days. Instead of reading on day 2, they read day 3. Or the Hefech, or just the other way around. Rabotai, on day 3, they read day 2 of the reading. V'seimu akriya, and they concluded the reciting of the Sefer Torah. Yetzeu yedei chovotam. They fulfilled their obligation in the reciting of the Torah. Ve'en tzarich lachzor v'likrot afilu adayin Sefer Torah munach lefnehem. And they do not need to go back and recite the Parsha, even though the Sefer Torah is standing in front of them. V'chen, and so too, v'chen huadin, and so too the halach is going to be also the same way. L'shar yimei Chanuka is going to also apply in the other days of Chanuka. If we mixed up day number 4 with the reading of day number 5, or if I mixed up for day number 5, I read there day number 4, we're going to tell you fulfilled your obligation. As long as you finish the reading, we're going to tell you don't have to go back and say the Parsha again. V'chen, and so to im ta'u v'kar'a halevi parechad shel hayom she'acharav. So to if they made a mistake and the Levi read parechad shel yom she'acharav of the day after. Now I want to show you, Rabotai. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So let's do this. How am I going to explain this? Here. Pay close attention, Rabotai. Just let me give, okay, watch this. B'yom hasheni, right? The Levi is going to say, Par echad ben bakar, ayil echad keves echad ben shenoto la'olah. That's on the second day. Watch, just pay attention, right? Par echad ben bakar. That is for the Levi for the second day. Now, when I'm going to go to the third day, b'yom shalishi, let's look for par echad. Here, same thing. Par echad ben bakar, ayil echad keves echad ben shenoto la'olah. Or any other day, no problem. If you read the wrong par echad, not for that day, we're going to tell you he fulfills his obligation. Again, Rabotai, all of these things are printed in the Sidurim, but if it does happen, you should know he fulfilled his obligation. And that's what Chacham Avodah tells us. If they made a mistake and they read the Parsha for the third day and the second day, or the Hefech, or the other way around, if they read the Parsha of the second day and the third day, and they finished the reciting of the Torah, they fulfilled their obligation. They don't have to go back and recite it again, even if still the Sefer Torah is placed before them. So to the halach is going to apply to the other days of Chanuka. We're going to tell that he fulfilled his obligation. So to the Levi went ahead and he read Parechad of another day, right? Like Parechad ben Bakar. This is the third day. Let's try one more. Let's do one more just to get the hang of it. B'yom Revi on the fourth day, same thing, Rabotai. Parechad ben Bakar al echad kevetz echad ben shenoto la'olah. Right, Rabotai. It's all the same meta. Bottom line is, if the Levi went ahead and made a mistake and he read that, he read the Parechad ben Bakar of the other day, we're going to tell you he fulfilled his obligation in the reciting of the Torah. Halacha number 3. Bayom HaShemini. Now, Rabotai, this is going to continue. So that's it. Chacham Avodah doesn't continue after this. It's self-understood. So let's do this, Let me go back. Let's do this together. And we'll get to Yom Shemini and then we'll continue the halachot. So let me do this, all right. So watch this. It's very simple, Rabotai. The order is very simple. Now at least we can understand when the Chazan or when the Baal Koreh, when the Rabbi, when they go up and they recite the Torah, we understand why they're going back, Okay. Somebody one time told me, Rabbi, I don't understand, if it's already printed in the Siddur, why do I have to learn the halachot? That, Rabotai, is the difference when you learn Torah l'shem shamayim, or when you learn Torah just because it benefits you, or because you want to have a good name, or because you want to get paid, or because it's honor, it brings you honor, which Torah does bring people honor. But if you're learning it for those reasons, Rabotai, it's a problem. Even though the Gemara says clearly, if you do it shalol l'shem shamayim, eventually you're going to do it l'shem shamayim. I understand, Rabotai, but we have to love to learn Torah. We have to love to learn Torah. If Hashem says, learn my Torah, we have to love to learn Torah. What do I care? It's spring. Why do I have to waste my time? You're not wasting your time. Every single word of Torah is 613 mitzvot. Okay, so let's do this. So on the third day, how it's going to go? the Kohen is going to go up. He's going to read B'yom HaShlishi Nisila b'nei Zvulun Eliav ben Cholon. So he's going to recite Pasuk Chav Daled, Chav Hey, and Chav Vav. Kav Achat Asara Zahav Milah Kitoret. The Levi is going to go from Chav Zayin, Par Echad ben Bakar Al Echad Kevaz Echad ben Shnoto La'olah, Chav Chet, Seir Izim Echad L'chatat, Chav Tet, ולזבח השלמים בקר 2 אלים 5 עתודים 5 כבשים בני שנה 5 זה קורבן אליאב בן חילון. That's where he's going to stop. Now, that's the Levi. Where's the Israel? What is he going to do? No problem. Israel is going to go back from Chav Dalet, Chav Hey, Chav Vav, Chav Zayin, Chav Chet, and Chav Tet. Okay, that's it, finish. Now we move on to day number 4. On the 4th day of Chanuka, we're going to recite B'yom HaRevi'i. The Kohen goes up to recite B'yom HaRevi'i. Again, 3, 3, 6, okay? So he's going to do Lamed, Lamed Aleph, Lamed Bet. Afterwards, the Levi is going to do Par Echad, same language, Rabotai, Lamed Gimel, Lamed Dalet, Lamed Hey. Beautiful. Then the next day is B'yom Chamishi, right? So he's going to do he's going to do from, so the Israel is going to do from Lamed all the way up until Lamed Hey, right? So Lamed, Lamed Aleph, Lamed Bet, Lamed Gimel, Lamed Daled, Lamed Hey. So you have 6 verses, okay? Now let's move on to the next day. B'yom Chamishi, same thing. 3, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3 is for the Kohen. Beginning with Lamed Tet, 1, 2, 3 is for the Levi, okay? And then again, you're going to go back and you're going to say all the 6 Pesukim for the Israel. Let's go into day number 6. 1, 2, 3. That's for the Kohen. Levi, 1, 2, 3. Then the Israel is going to go back and it's going to repeat all 6 Pesukim. Day number 7. 1, 2, 3. Then that's for the Kohen. Levi. 1, 2, 3. Then the Israel is going to go and he's going to repeat all the 6 Pesukim. Okay, Rabota. Now we are over here. Chacham Avad is going to go ahead and he's going to start speaking about B'yom HaShemini. So comes Chacham Avad and he says, B'yom HaShemini koreh Kohen ad milat kotoret v'alevi misham ad yom HaTish'i. Here we go, Rabotai. On the 8th day, B'yom HaShemini, the Kohen is going to read until the words Mila'ah Ketoret, right? Let's see the 3 Pesukim like always. 3 Pesukim. And that's what we started saying before in the beginning, that the minimum the Baal Koreh has to say is 3 Pesukim. Okay? So now you have 3 Pesukim. Then the Levi is going to read again, same thing, 3 Pesukim. 1, 2, 3, until the words B'yom HaTish'i. But Rabotai, now, here we go, Rabotai. When it comes to Israel over here, it's a little bit different. Right? We're going to tell him he's going to go back and he's going to recite from B'yom HaShemini. He's going to recite from B'yom HaShemini, but it's not going to be 6 Pesukim. It's going to be longer than that. So we'll see right now. So the Israel starts from B'yom HaShemini, and he's going to continue all the way up until Ken Asa et HaMenorah. So let's see that, Rabotai. 1 second, let me see something. Okay. So what do we say? Let me see. B'yom HaShemini. So he's going to say, the Israel is going to say B'yom HaShemini, Nun Daled, Nun Hey, Nun Vav, Nun Zayin, Nun Chet, Nun Tet. Right? That's, now Rabotai has to even say B'yom HaTish'i. Nasi L'bnei Binyam, he has to say this, Rabotai. We want to get to Ken Asa et HaMenorah. So let's go. Samech, he's going to go to Samech Aleph. He's going to go to Samech Bet, Samech Gimel, Samech Dalet, Samech Hey, Samech Vav, Samech Zayin, Samech Chet, Samech Tet, Ein, Ein Aleph, Ein Bet, Ein Gimel, Ein Daled, Ein Hey, Ein Vav. So you guys see it's much longer than the normal sequence that we had. Ein Vav, Ein Zayin, Ein Chet, Ein Tet, Pei, Pei Aleph, Pei Bet, Pei Gimel, Pei Daled, Pei Hey, Pei Vav, Pei Zayin, Pei Chet, Pei Tet, Chet. Now we're going to Perik Chaf. Bahalotcha. Now he's going to begin, Rabotai. Let's start from over here. He's going to still continue to here. Vaydeber Hashem el Moshe lemor, etc. Deber el Harun el Amart alhem bahalotcha et anerot, etc. Vayasken Aharon el mul pnei menorah, etc. וזה מעשה המנורה מקשה זהב עד ירחה עד פרחה מקשה, etc. Up to where? כן עשה את המנורה. Here we go. This is where Chacham Ovadia told us to reach. So it comes out of it, Rabotai, from Biyom HaShemini until Perik Chet Pasuk Daled, that is going to be the Israel for the 8th day. Okay. Now, what happens if the Shalich Tzibur made a mistake, meaning the Baal Koreh? V'im ta'ah Shlich Tzibur, if the Shalich Tzibur made a mistake, V'kara le'shaloshatam b'yom hashmini bilvad, and he read for all the 3 people that went up, the Kohen, Levi, and Israel, he only read b'yom hashmini, meaning he gave 3 to the Kohen, 3 to the Levi, and then 6 to the Israel. But he didn't continue like the way we just showed. Right? If he did it biyom shmini bilvad kishar yamim, eino chozer, we're going to tell him he doesn't have to go back. He's not required to go back and redo the whole thing. Umikom makom, nevertheless, he says, im adain lo hichziru, if they still did not bring back the Sefer Torah, im adain lo hichziru et Sefer Torah lemkomo, if they did not remove, they didn't return the Sefer Torah to its original place, tov shiyamshich likra shlishi b'li bracha. It is good that for the 3rd person without the bracha, they should continue reading from the 9th day all the way up until Ken Asayat HaMenorah. All the way up until here. Ken Asayat HaMenorah. Okay, Rabotai? If it's possible, then they should do it. If they did not bring the Sefer Torah back in, we're going to tell you, let them continue reading all the way up until Perik Chet, Pasuk Dal. But if the Sefer Torah is inside and then somebody realizes that was a mistake, we're going to tell you he does not need to go back and repeat the whole thing all over again. They fulfilled the obligation for the 8th day of Chanuka.